Oh hi, good morning YouTube. I'm Andrew from Music for Bonsai, and this morning I'm going to talk about the first song I learnt, or that I'm learning still to play on the keyboard. That song is called Riders on the Storm by The Doors. The Doors keyboard player was Ray Manzarek, or Manzarek to be correct, I think. Amazing keyboard player. Whether it was the organ that he was playing, whether it was the Fender Rhodes that he was playing, he was one of the first people I know that was playing the Fender Rhodes in a rock situation, and created some really amazing songs, Riders on the Storm being one of them. So I chose this song because to learn, because it looked like a challenge, and it looked like it was something that I could keep looking further and further into, and getting more complex and more complex. And there is one particular video that I found really helpful, which I'll be putting in the link in the description below. So anyone that's interested in learning Riders on the Storm themselves, check this video out, because this guy really is good, and he makes it very easy to understand what he's playing, and he explains in detail about all of the different types of scales that get used. Something I'm not great at explaining yet, but either way. So the first thing I learnt was the bass line, which is made up of E minor and A major, played down here, and it goes. In case you're wondering, I'm using the Rhodes V8 plug-in on Cubase. It's not something you get with Cubase, but I use it with Cubase, and it's got a lot of really nice Rhodes sounds direct from the Rhodes company, so that is what I use for my Rhodes electric piano sounds, and for doing the Doors, this track by the Doors, it's perfect. So that's the bass line, and the E minor part is and then the A major part is where it goes. There, so you've got the A major, which is there, or further up. There. So it's a combination of the two that creates the bass line. He later handed this duty over to an actual bass player, to relieve him of some of the duties he needed to play. But up until that point, he had played all of the bass lines in the Doors music, whether it was on the organ or whether it was on the Fender Rhodes. And I believe he actually used the Fender Rhodes bass keyboard in order to do that. So that was the first part. Now the second part that I learnt, which was really difficult, was the da 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 da. Now I'm singing that because I just tried to play that without playing the bass line with it, and I kept stumbling. But what it is, it's a combination of, I think, 3 chords that he plays, but he's playing them all note specific in a riff that sits really beautifully over the bass line. And so my interpretation of that is, it's a basic interpretation, but it does sound quite close. Let's see if I can get it to go. Oops, try again. So what I found really difficult about that was you're playing 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on this, and then when you're playing that part, you're playing 1 and 2 and miss a note and then coming back in to create the toing and froing of that bass, that lead line or that riff. And it took me a long time to get that. I had to play it very slowly to start off with, and gradually speed it up once things started kind of coming together. So once I got that, I was so pleased, and to the state I've got it at the moment, I'm super happy what I can do with that. It's helped me a lot in understanding or getting to know other pieces of music where you're playing something in the left hand and something different in the right hand, which is all about hand and finger independence, something which is probably for me the hardest thing with playing a keyboard. So once I'd learnt that part, there was another part that Ray plays. There's a thing called in when you're playing keyboard in a band situation where you comp, and that is where you play just the kind of the rhythm behind. For example, in the Doors, when Robbie Krieger does his guitar solo. And so while he's doing that, you've got Ray playing the bass line. And that's a simple F sharp minor, back down to E minor. It sounds brilliant as a nice backing to what Robbie Krieger is doing on the guitar. And then there's, of course, without getting into all of the solo parts or the solo parts that Ray plays, the brilliant jazz stuff. I'm learning with jazz slowly, but not at the moment in this. There's the sound of the rain sound that he creates with the I can't play that an awful lot faster than you just heard. When I first learnt it, I learnt a very simple scale, and it was the wrong scale. I was missing out. I was only playing F sharps as the black notes, and it actually needs to be played with the C sharp as well as the F sharp. And in order to do that, there's a certain finger configuration you need to play with all of the notes in order that your fingers don't get tangled up. So I had to learn it all over again. And what it's teaching me is that it's a more complex scale, but it's also teaching me that there is a certain order of notes that you play with certain fingers in order not to get your fingers tangled up coming down the keyboard. So yeah, you are literally using specific fingers for specific notes, and that's something I'm slowly learning, but it's not there yet. Once I've got that together, I've learnt in the meantime to actually sing over what I'm playing, so I can give the different parts that I'm learning some context, and also to learn where they all fit together when you're playing the actual song. So I sing what Jim sings, you know, the different verses, the 3 verses, just to give myself, you know, work out the kind of the sequence of events, so to speak. As I say, I haven't done any of the lead work, and it's not something that I'm going to be looking at doing anytime soon, but there's enough to be getting on with. And as far as this video goes, after just over 6 months, I'm pretty happy with where I've actually got to, with what I've learned. You know, I've got the hand and finger independence started working really well, and learning scales, and generally feeling very happy with where I've got to and what I've achieved so far. So thanks for watching, if you have watched up until now. I tried to kind of leave all my videos exactly as I record them, with all of the mistakes and everything included, because that is part of the journey, as well as actually learning to play keyboard. I'm making these videos, and often when you make videos, things don't go according to plan. You don't play quite as neatly as you'd like to play, or I want to show those things. So it's all about showing the journey. So thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe if you like this kind of thing, and if you are enjoying this, then there's a few more things that I've got. Subscribe to get on the journey with me, to watch what I might be like in a year's time, or even 6 months' time. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. See you in the next one.